Beat, 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 beat for you. Yo, everybody feel the beat with DDR. Jam, 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 DDR. Everybody dance, let's get down. Boom. Welcome back to 31 Days. And it is 31 days of Dance Revolution. Woo! I have been waiting for this for so long. I made the freaking schedule, and it was too hot in August to do 31 days for the 25th anniversary of Dance Revolution, of which I've seen nothing from Konami yet. But, yep, we've got our Dance Revolution t-shirt here because I couldn't see anything that had Dance Revolution on it. And watch Tokyo Game Show and finally woke them up and they'll do something now. But we're here to talk about the Gen 1 games. We've got maybe not all, but all the important PlayStation 1 games and even some Dreamcast games. So let's talk about DDR. We've got the first game here. Boom! I think it was 1998. At least the arcade was. The home release might have been a little bit later. But, oops. That's the front cover. Probably looks pretty similar to Dance Revolution for the US PlayStation. But yeah, and that was an adventure in and of itself, let me tell you. So, I pulled out the Obi here. Dance Revolution. I don't know why it says it's for the DualShock, because I mean, you can use a controller to do that, but or to play it, and that's good for practice. But I mean, you need a D-pad operation. Yeah, there's the DualShock. Go figure that. Or maybe that was new at the time. There's the dance pad. Oh yeah. What else we got here? Player's rules. It tells you how to play. You know, you hit the arrow when it gets up to the line there, the stationary arrows. Game modes, arcade mode, arrange mode game. I have no idea what that is. Training, edit, so you can put your own steps there. Records, options. And then it goes through and tells you what each of the modes do. Arcade mode and arrange game mode, normal. The interesting thing about this game is it only has 16 songs. So there were only 16 songs for the original release. And I wonder if that's why they made so freaking many of them. But it caught fire pretty early on. You've got Have You Never Been Mellow? That's the way, I like it. Everybody was kung fu fighting. And of course the licenses here in Japan are going to be different from the licenses back home. So I guess that's why they could have different soundtracks and different versions and all that stuff. I am your little butterfly. Let's get down. What is that? Relight my fire. Little bitch. 1, 2. Strictly Business. Make It Better. Paranoia and Trip Machine. That's not 16 songs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. There's supposed to be 16 on this because pretty sure I played 16 yesterday. So anyway, it tells you to buy the controller. Tells you to play in the arcades. It's got some advertisements for Beatmania in the back here, and some Dance Mania and Dance Compilation soundtracks here in the back. But yeah, this thing was awesome. I played this at San Diego Comic-Con, so it would have had to have been probably summer '99, and then immediately after that we went shopping and found this at the mall, so I played it there. There's the disc, and you got the classic dance pose there. But yeah, I fell in love with this freaking game. I was at the arcades, just non-stop. There was $10 Tuesdays at Castle Park, I believe. So I drove up there, danced the hell out of that. There was an arcade near UCR, so I would do that either before or after anime club, or independent of it too. There was also this one arcade where I was dancing all night, another all-you-can-play deal, and I danced so much that I got cramps in my calf and had to call it a night. But yeah, so it was a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun, and that's why I'm celebrating the 25th anniversary with 31 days of DDR. Finally moved out of the hottest summer ever, so I didn't kill myself. But it's October, we're doing this. And next up, we've got Dance Dance Revolution 2nd Remix, boom, for the PlayStation, or DDR 2nd Mix for the Dreamcast. Get that some love, so we're probably going to play on that if we're being honest here. But let's see, compare the back there. No, we'll compare the fronts and then we'll talk about the back. So there's the disc. We'll jump ahead a little bit. This one also has the Obi, and I am glad that they do, because when I was collecting all of these, I didn't know how important Obis were to having it, well, complete in box. I don't care too much about the the registration cards or survey cards or whatever they're called, but the Obi is actually part of the packaging, so that's very important to me. But let's see, 2nd Remix, again they start off with DualShock controllers. There's the dance pad, there's how to play, there's game modes. There's nothing that wasn't in the first one, really. Areas, copy, area menu. Okay, I don't know what that is, but we'll figure it out. This, okay, shows the records. And this features a little bit more of the characters here. Step battle, another mode. Isn't that just 2-player competitive? Whoa! And song lists, you can see there's a lot more songs now. God, and they are, I think it would be easier to have a list than to show the actual disc with the title card here as they do in the game. You got Boom Boom Dollar, Bad Girls Boys, Put Your Faith in Me, Brilliant to You, Smoke on the Water, Make It Better, Make It Better, If You Were Here With Me, Doobie 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 Doobie, yeah. Hero, Stomp to My Beat, Get Up and Move, I Believe in Miracles, AM3P, and that's been remixed a ton of times. Trip Machine, I mean, yeah, if Konami owns the rights to the music, then, it makes sense that they're going to remix it and use them multiple times, even if it does get a little boring on some of the soundtracks. But SP Trip Machine, I think that's the Jungle Mix, yep. Paranoia 180 again. So yeah, some of these are repeated from the first game, and you'll notice that a lot, especially with the first Japanese releases here. Where were we? Paranoia Max, Dirty Mix, Make It Jam, Paranoia KCET, Clean Mix. What the heck? Oh, Tub Thumping, yeah, Chumbawamba. So they got the rights to that here. I don't think that ever made it west. What? Ritmo Tropical, keep on, keep on, keep on, keep on moving. Let Them Move, and Step Battle, what? Oh, 20 November, yes, okay. And so, I don't know if I showed those, but yeah, probably not easy to read. I had difficulty just now. Probably going to end up getting glasses at some point. And then more Dance Mania merch. So, yeah, that's 2nd remix. But they also had 2nd mix on the Dreamcast, one of 2 games that we'll be playing here. There's the inside and the disc. Not too much of anything special there. There's the back. Oh, the Obi is in the middle. Dance Dance Revolution. And we've got a Dream Point Bank. So this one, it should be complete. Ooh. It's gonna get messy and there's a lot of discs to cover, so... I can't even start off with a standard controller. I mean, maybe they do want to emphasize that you can play it with the actual controller if you don't have the dance pad, but I'm not sure why that would be your first choice. Like I said, unless you were practicing or if you really, really had the urge to play DDR when it's late at night and you don't want to disturb your neighbors. Again, nothing's going to be different, I don't think, for most of these first-gen releases here. Yeah. But I think, because I had to do my research and make sure it was all there. Where's the song list? Jeez. But the song list is almost identical to the PlayStation release, and I think they even added some of the missing songs from the first game. So yeah, this was a good place to start for the Dreamcast then. And are these soundtracks? Yeah, these are soundtracks for the games. So Third Mix had already been out, probably in the arcades when this was released. So that's pretty cool right there. Then we get into something interesting. You've got Dance Dance Revolution's second remix, Append Club version 1. And the way these append discs work, oh, and they even have the song list right on the back there. I'm pretty sure you start up second mix, which I never put back in the jewel case properly. And then you hit the eject, or you hit some option, you should be able to hit some option, hit the eject button, you swap discs, like a hot swap, and then you put it back in, and then it'll play that. I'm pretty sure that's how it works, which is really weird to me. But this has stuff like GMD 511, Gas, Gamble, Beginning of Life, Overdoser, Driving Money, Melt in My Arms, Love So Groovy, 20 November. And a lot of these songs weren't actually released until later releases in the States. So I mean, you know, at least we got them, so that's cool. But Special Energy, Gradius 6 Cyber, yeah, so get some Gradius action here. Love to Me, My Tiger Yamato, Ska Go Go, the theme from Flowjack, Dr. Love, Jam Jam Reggae. That was, I think, on DDR. Do You Love Me, R3, Perfect Free. R3 was, I'm not sure which mix it was, but that did get a release at some point. Emotion, Be in My Paradise, Salamander Beat Crush Mix. Wait, Salamander, is that like Salamander? Like Light Force? Huh. Celebrate, Prince on a Star, 22 Dunk, Deep Clear Eyes. So yeah, it definitely fills in the gaps. There's the disc there. Anything underneath it? A little bit of artwork. It's probably really hard to see. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Woo, safe. We got Nobi. Again, I wasn't... This is like, you know, when I just got to Japan, I had to have all the DDR games, all the important ones. Like, there's an Oha Star Dance Dance Revolution I didn't think was, like, a main game, so I didn't get it. But, we've got all the mainline games here, and then some. Game start. Wow, they're not even starting with... And they got the controllers on the same page now. But, yeah, again, how to play, very simple, lots of text, I mean, you know, endless mode. Okay, I think this might be the first endless mode we've seen, where you just play all the songs non-stop. Usually it's 3 songs. I usually change the options so you can play 4 songs in a row before having to do that. But, yeah, that is Second Remix Club version Volume 1. And... This is DDR second remix of Pen Club version volume 2. So it's got You Make Me, The Rhyme Brokers, Passenger, Genome Screams. Okay, now that was interesting, which it released on one of the systems back home, and it had a 10-foot double, but it released here and it had a different steps chart. So I was using the stuff from DDR Freak because they had the step charts listed, and you made the edits for the 10-footer or catastrophic or whatever it was called. No, those were 9-footer, but the 10-footer, I put that onto that one. So yeah, edit step charts is pretty cool. Rugged, Ash, Keep on Moving, again, Gentle Stress, The Earthlight, Club 2-player, another version. Love So Groovy, 20 November, Deep Clear Eyes, Sky, Go Go. And yeah, again, I think the first game did not have, was it Maniac or Heavy, the difficult mode for doubles. But that was later added, possibly on this one, which is why they did the song again, or maybe in another mix. Been So Long, Into the World, Queens Jamaica, Crunky Boy, Deep in You, Paranoia Max, Dirty Mix, because of course, Brilliant to You, Macho Gang, Overdoser, Guardian 6 Cyber again, 2020, or 22 Dunk, R3 Special Energy. So, I mean, the song list is not too dissimilar from the previous one, but maybe the step charts are different. And yeah, my PS2 is going to get a lot of work this month. Oh, wow, okay. Again, oh my god, do we not have an Obi? No! Oh my lord, it's not complete. Very sad. I think this is the first one, unless you saw it fly out of somewhere. We do not have the OB4 Club A Pen Mix Volume 2. Oh, I am heartbroken. But we won't be playing that because in the interest of time, we've got too much here for Gen 1, so we're going to be cutting out a few games. But DDR Club version for the Dreamcast version is almost exactly a perfect combination of these two. I think there is one song missing total that is not on here, and I think there are even a few extras. So the Dreamcast version is the better version if you're looking to play these, plus no disc swapping as far as I know, so that's always a plus. And you know, it's always good to give the Dreamcast some love, especially with as many games as we'll already be playing on PlayStation. But anything else? Or are we still on the controller, dance mat? I mean, I don't know exactly. I know the PlayStation games should be 30 frames per second because it was that way for DDR, USA, and Konamics. And then when you make the jump to PS2 and it's 60 frames per second, then like you try to go back after that, it does make a world of difference. And which is why I don't understand if you can do 30 frames per second on the freaking PS2, every freaking game, not only in Gen 7, or yeah, well today, Gen 9, Gen 8, and Gen 7, nothing should have been below 60 frames per second. But it is what it is, and you know, people are gonna apparently argue about that till the end of time. But we got a Dreamcast OB here because it fell out. We've got another club version there. I can't believe I don't have the OB for that. Anyway, I need to get over that and move on with the video. It's your standard DDR manual. I mean, there's basically nothing That's not there. They had the Manor cushion. You got the DDR pad box here. It doesn't tell you much at all. But that's the club version. Again, it's the superior version because there's all the songs on one disc. And God, that is a mess. We're gonna have a lot of work later. Moving on, and I think this was the one where DDR sort of turned a corner and got really popular and really good. We've got Dance Dance Revolution third mix, and yeah, this I think was the last one before USA released, the last major release anyway. And like I said, the good thing about maybe that's why these were released so quickly, because they wanted to keep the licenses and put them on the home versions as well. But there we go. There's the Obi, and what do we got here? Again, starting off with the controller. That's gonna crack me up. And some save data information. That's going to crack me up this whole time, I think. The DDR pad shows you all the modes here. Have they added anything? Arcade, non-stop, diet mode. Okay, I think that's new. Training lesson. Edit, records, pocket station. Interesting. That's right. Couldn't you add that to your save file or something? Disk change. Maybe we'll get some information about that one. Arcade. This is a little bit more colorful than the previous ones, which is good. Oh yeah, very colorful. Not nearly as edit. I guess they're not boring, but they are, well, this is text heavy too. Non-stop order. Wasn't that higher in the list though when it's way back there? Pocket station. I really don't know what that's for. And I'm not, do I even have a pocket station? I may have a pocket station with the, oh God, what were those characters? The cat character. I don't even know what that is. Internet ranking? No. Okay, maybe this says something about a password. So they probably give you a password after the game, and then you can upload it at the Konami website and see your internet ranking. Disk change. Dance Dance Revolution, second remix, third mix. But then you're saying third mix. You can't change from third mix? I have no idea in the next Dance Mania series. But okay, that is DDR third mix. Looking forward to playing that. Didn't even have a song list anywhere. Hey. We also don't want Obies falling in the cracks in the sofa. That would suck. And then, I don't know why, but capitalizing on popularity perhaps, but they released Dance Dance Revolution Best Hits, which basically copies all the songs from DDR1, second mix, and third mix. And there might be one or two original songs, but we got this. Again, since we'll be playing most of this, we can just skip over this one. Yeah, because again, there's so many games to play. And this is a regular dual case, but that's sus because all of these others are in, yeah, see there's artwork underneath. So I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be in a clear jewel case, and somebody broke it and replaced it at some point. Ooh, that disc does not look good. I hope it's not disc rot. Yep, gotta watch out for that. So yeah, collecting physical is good, but probably not all it's cracked up to be. Although if you don't own anything digital and they shut the servers down, then you're screwed there too. So what's a gamer to do? Controller and pad. Why isn't the pad first? Oh no, don't tell me there's no Obi here. That's what I get. Again, I was not collecting them or I didn't know any better. This was, I visited a friend in Saitama and saw this randomly in some game store, and I'd never seen it before, so it's like, oh, gotta get it. But yeah, apparently it's not as complete as I thought it was. And then they're advertising a handheld DDR system, which is really goofy. And then all the games in the series to date, which are these 5. So that's that. And more Dance Mania. And it's got DDR 2000. Which, yeah, DDR Solo 2000, that was never released. They did end up releasing, oh, that's way down there, an equivalent, but we'll talk about that in a few discs here. Next up, and this is interesting, and this they did release, probably renamed as Disney in the mix, but we've got DDR Disney's Rave, and I just had to pick this up. There's the bag there. But yeah, this was really fun. Not as difficult as a regular DDR game, so I think each of the steps was inflated by about 1. I think Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious was rated 9, but it was nowhere near a 9. I'm pretty sure it was worth an 8. Oh no, another one of that, an Obi. I'm dying here. But, yeah, it's got dance pad there, players rules, DJ selection. So is that just a music player? That would be cool. Dance Magic? I'm not sure what that, I think that's just dance battle there. Although it could give you, if you step on certain items, it might give you, or send something over to the other player. That might be a different game. Who knows at this point? It's ancient history. Some dance pad and soundtrack stuff. And there are a few licensed songs. I think Bus Stop was licensed on the US version. I don't know if it's on this one. But Small World is there. Chim Chim Cheree. That was awesome. And Zippity Doo Dah. But we know there's some controversy around that. They even took that down from the station at Tokyo Disneyland. So who knows. But yeah, that's Disney's Rave for the PlayStation here. And almost done here. We've got Dance Dance Revolution 4th mix. And this one was awesome. At my friend's high school's anime night, we stayed up all night playing this. I think it was the newest version at the time. And this one in arcades, because I mentioned DDR Solo 2000, there was a 4th mix solo, and instead of your basic up, down, left, right panels, where the X and O buttons are on a pad, they had arrows for diagonal up left and diagonal up right. So even more challenge here, and I think that mode carries over to the home version where you use the circle and X or cross buttons if you prefer. And yeah, just random artwork there. Let's see, 4th mix. What do we got here? Hey, we're back to having an OB. So I think all of the main games, we said I've got the OB for. So that's nice. Just 4th mix in the table of contents, pretty cool. Controllers. So the manuals are slowly getting better. I'm not gonna lie, I mean, you go from the first one, which was like nothing, and how to play. Why does it say player's rule and not how to play? Maybe because it's Japanese. I don't know. It goes through all the modes. Yep, solo mode, nice. So, depending on which one of these, well, hopefully neither, but If it falls on a rest day, I'll be using the controller, which means I won't be able to use solo mode. But if it's not a rest day, and they are back to back, so one of them is going to have it, I will be using solo mode and having some fun with that. No. Or I can look at the controls and see how they actually do that here, because we know it uses the X and O buttons. R1 solo mode, it is right upright, and and R2, and L1 and L2 are up left. Okay, so yeah, you can play with the controller. Again, that's kind of defeats the whole purpose of DDR and diet mode. Like we said, training challenge. What is challenge? So, is this the first one where they actually introduce challenges? Because some of the later games have a lot of challenges you can use to unlock stuff, or edit mode, text, arcade link. So I guess you can bring, or you could bring your PlayStation memory card to the arcade and upload or download scores. Pocket Station looks to be about the same. And yeah, they got the deal for internet rankings before consoles were internet capable, so, and some more Dance Mania stuff. So yeah, fourth mix, one of the best in the series, like I said. From about third mix, they start getting really good. Fourth mix is great. You can argue for it being one of the best on PlayStation. Next up, and we said there was no Solo 2000 release, but they did release Extra Mix. And this basically covers that. Got the back there. If you can see, it's got Cat's Eyes. So I love having that song there. And it would appear, this does look like the nurse that's on the Solo 2000. Well, there we go. Cab. I've waited so long for this moment. So now, see, this disc looks nice and dark. Actually, I probably should have looked at the other discs while I had them right in front of me, but, and nice colorful OB there. A little bit of change in the manual, and the feels a little bit different too, as far as the paper they're using. Controllers, players role mode, and yep, solo mode is there, of course. Again, telling you what to do. Training mode, and yeah, I didn't mention that earlier, but training mode, you can select sections of the song to practice. So it says bar start, bar end, and you can just loop those sections to practice them if you need help. Might work with something like Max 3000, which is really difficult. Even Dynamite Rave, if you're new to the game. That will probably, that was my first 9-foot song, and it's many people's first 9-foot song, although they changed the rating system. It now goes up to 20, and they lowered that, so, or, well, Dynamite Rave might be like an 11-foot song or something, but it's not, as difficult as, like, Max Period, which was insane at 10 feet, using the original scale. And what is this? Artist audition? Is this Before You? I'm not quite sure what's going on here, but you got some profiles there. And Dance Mania, boom. Okay, and so that is Extra Mix here, and that brings us to our final Gen 1 game, and possibly the best one here, certainly the best in the arcades, I think, and the start of a new generation, because, well, but you're still saying it's Gen 1. Okay, but they changed up the interface for 5th Mix here, and they use this style at least through most of the PlayStation 2 games. But yeah, this, and what else? They also had longer songs, So it cost you 2 songs to play, but you could play a full 3-minute song as opposed to a, well, 2 1.5-minute songs there. But yeah, that was pretty cool, and we were playing that. They had it at Anime Expo 2000 or 2001. It was Tuxedo Mask, and I think it was 2001 because 2000 was at Disneyland, or well, it was or Anaheim Convention Center or something like that. And yeah, we did Princess Mononoke. But the year after that, then they had DDR Fifth Mix in their arcade, and that was cool too. You got the Obi here, and this one is as complete, possibly, as the Dreamcast ones, because you've also got your survey card. Okay, but that's pretty cool. DDR Fifth Mix. Controller. Are you not gonna show the new song select style? Cause yeah, they'll come out. The old style, they come out. You got the disc, and you move the disc. It changes songs that way. It's like a circular thing. Very cool. Maybe like a jukebox style. But I guess if you're familiar with the Xbox Blade system for the 360, one of their earlier things before they changed it up, it's kind of like that. And I don't know if you can see this here, but it's got the songs, and you scroll through, it circles through. But yeah, this was a massive design interface change for the time. And yeah, again, it's got one of the best soundtracks. 3rd, 4th, extra, and 5th. I mean, it stands to reason that in the later games during Gen 1, and it stands to reason they'd have the best songs and best soundtrack. But are they the best? Which is the best soundtrack? Let me know in the comments, and let me know if it's the best DDR of all time here. History of B4U. So, yeah, I guess they made a group named after the song B4U, which on 4th Mix here is supposedly the most technically perfect DDR song according to Naoki, the composer. And you can't be wrong, because I love that freaking song. I played the crap out of it during Konamix, which was sort of the answer to 4th Mix. Stateside, sort of not. Because we had DDR USA, which was, that was a bitch to find. My friends and I went up to San Francisco, and we headed to the Sony building. And they had Dance Dance Revolution, which was not out anywhere else. And I don't know if I got a dance pad or not. I must have, because I was playing it. But I beat that pad to hell. But yeah, it was so hard to find in the beginning. And then Disney Rave might have been next, or Konamix. But yeah, they released Disney Mix and Konamix. So there were 3 Gen 1 releases on the PlayStation there. And then PS2 sort of fell more in line with the Japanese releases, but sort of not. But, you know, we'll get to that in the next video, because this has been Gen 1 PlayStation and Dreamcast DDR games for 31 days of Dance Dance Revolution, 31 days of DDR. Let me know if you played it back in the day, if you're still playing it, which I guess is mostly in arcades now. But yeah, if you listen to me for this long, you're a trooper. Thanks for watching, as always, and until next time, keep dancing.